and gentlemen. A little impromptu fun drive today. We decided to take out the Chiron, and now we're swapping keys to that.
Oh, that was good timing.
So yeah, actually didn't plan that at all. We're gonna take this thing for a drive because it needs to stretch her legs. That's about it, really.
Oh God.
Damn, this is a surreal day. We are cruising with the CLK GTR Roadster in the Chiron with Tyler the Creator and the LaFerrari.
Yeah.
This is insane.
Welcome to Faster. I hope you guys enjoy the content. It's a little crude at first, but we're just getting rolling.
We're just doing cool stuff.
Yeah.
Just living a life. Thankful to be a part of all this.
Yeah, for sure. And to everyone who came out to the event earlier today, I know we didn't really host it, but hopefully you guys got to see the car in person. And there we go. Let's go.
Sound! All right, gents. We're driving a CLK GTR Roadster. Paddle shifters with a clutch. It's nuts. Once again, we're so blessed to be able to drive this thing. Glad we could get out this morning and share it. Truly a one-of-one driving experience.
The Chiron and a loft behind.
Chiron and a loft behind. In good company, of course. This shit's planted as fuck! Oh shit! Woo! Woo! No downshift, just wanna. Woo.
Off on your right.
I gotta say, I approve of the Chiron. This thing is nice. It's built different.
LaFerrari.
This thing rips. Ooh! The clutch isn't too bad, but it's a little racy. The fog behind the Bugatti. As you can tell, this doesn't happen often. Much as I wish I could get the car out. The ground clearance is about here, which makes it very fun for getting over bumps and shit. But when the stars align, and they're aligning, you get her out and she is an absolute beauty. And it's so good to get these things out because they never get out. You know, this car only has 275 kilometers, but it's just like, it needs to be driven. It needs to get that juice flowing. So, ooh, it's a fun one. The steering actually feels so good. You know, I've taken it on track before. Granted, in a car like this, you want to be very respectful, but the steering feels so, like, strong. I don't know how to explain it. It's a little cold. We're in the beanie, in the hoodie. I think the AC works in here. Maybe put the heater on, but just enjoy this for now. So blessed to be able to take this in. We're gonna do another loop. I'm gonna go park it. Feel good. Oh, she grips. Woo! Oh my goodness. Is that crazy? Woo! Damn. A little downshift. Oh. Maybe one more. Boy, does she sound pretty. Oh, my brain is like, it's hard to fathom. Oh, air brake on the Chiron. So sick. Hey, can you help push? She rips.
Not bad, huh?
Dude, she ripped. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was a fun little day with the Merc, the Chiron, and a couple friends. But now we are gonna kind of talk about this thing. You guys have requested seeing, you know, a little bit of the insights of the small intricacies of it, how we got it, and what our plan for this thing is. So yeah, let's get into it. So this right here is the 2002 Mercedes-Benz CLK GTR Roadster. It is one of 6. There's a 7th, a prototype at the Low collection in Germany. And this thing is truly about as unicorn as it gets. It joined the collection almost over a year ago in quite a special way. We'll tell you about how we got that. But this thing is kind of just the icon of the collection. Obviously, it's the GT1 homologation special built by Mercedes. There's not too many of even the coupes going around, so seeing one of these on the road is quite a treat. Just kind of kicking it off, I think we're gonna start her. So we climb in here. Follow me, come over here. This one's a little hard to get into. You go up, and you kind of slide in. You make sure the belts aren't underneath you so you don't hurt the seats. You slide on in. It's got about the tightest pedal box you can in a car. You can take off the wheel if you'd like, but if you don't put it on all the way, it doesn't start. I found that one out the hard way. You throw this in, you're gonna prime it. So you hear everything going, all the pumps, priming, because it is a race car. You throw the clutch in, foot on the brake, you listen to that V12 sing. See now, one of the issues is that this thing is not very loud. It is rather quiet, but we're gonna change that because the original owner of this car reached out and has the original European mid pipes for the car. So we're actually gonna put it back to European specification, and it'll sound a lot better than she does now. And the reason it sounds pretty choppy is because of the transmission. The straight cut gears make it sound that nice little vroom, 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 vroom. So actually another little known fact about this car is it has its own hydraulic lift system. You have to walk over here. You're gonna press this open. You gotta give it a few tries. You gotta find the right corner. Pops right open. This right here is our lifting jack. So while the car's running, pop this up, then you throw this up right here, and up she goes. You know, it doesn't look all fancy. It doesn't pop up like air, but she gets in the air. See now, guys, it's flying. So all those comments you guys saying it's flying, it's true. The car actually flies. Pretty fun. So now going on to the interior of the car, you got this beautiful Mercedes steering wheel. And it's funny, on all the older Mercs, they have this downshift and upshift arrow, as if this car was made for an idiot. Guys, I'm really stupid and I didn't know which one was which. You got your handbrake here. People make fun of it all the time. That is actually not the shifter. That is reverse. And the way you do it is you put the clutch in and you pull this all the way back to here and it triggers reverse. This is actually a sequential manual 6-speed transmission. It is paddle engaged. So for all the Instagram comments that think I drive like an idiot, I just don't want to rebuild the transmission after 500 miles because this car needs to be looked after. So yes, you clutch in every year. And it's actually really funny to see all the older design cues on this car because they're all from just older C classes. Like to see the AC is the same thing. Even the SRS airbag, like a lot of people pointed out, is the almost same thing. Obviously you have your harnesses here. One sad thing is I don't know the radio code. You need a password for it. So if you head into these little side bins, you got your 6-disc changer. I haven't used that. I'm not old enough. I don't even know what that means. But these storage compartments, they are massive, which is why it makes the Roadster so useful. It's because you don't have to get in with the roof, and they're just carbon fiber clad everywhere. And this car actually comes with luggage. It's a limited edition luggage. It's at home. We don't ever use it. They're in nice little wrapped bags looking all pretty. That's pretty much it. This car, obviously, unlike the coupe, has the rear flying buttresses and a totally different design. No roof scoop. Actually, everything about it is totally different than the coupe. Even you check the mirrors and you see how this one's still here and that one's flying because it's on the door. So they're actually asymmetrical, kind of like a Ford GT. And yeah, it's really, really interesting to see how the design changed from the coupe to the Roadster, because the Roadsters were the later variants. And then I like to say this is, you know, before the brand kills me. This is the Nike swoosh window. Please sponsor me. There's actually zero roof for this car, which is scary because when it rains, it is not a fun time. Luckily, I haven't ran into that issue yet. The design is overall just really beautiful. This one obviously has the different rear wing than the coupe, instead of the one that flows and connects to the rear buttress. And then you have your stuff like your gas cap over here. Then you have your, to check your oil carefully, because you don't want to hurt them. It opens at some point if you're careful enough, but you just got to be. Good thing this thing's PPF'd. I'm gonna get there. Oh, almost. Nope, almost. Ah. Wow. So this is how you check your oil. This is your dipstick. That's pretty much it. Now we're gonna take the rear off the car and show you guys a little bit around that. It is really crazy to see it. And like I told you earlier, look at how big these are. They just make it sound so good. I don't know why anyone wouldn't want them in there. But it's really cool to see this full exposed carbon fiber engine bay. We're actually gonna have someone come detail it right now. It's really crazy to see all the work they put into this. Obviously, your nice M120 in there, making all those great V12 noises. And then you also have this really interesting looking front bonnet area with all these radiators and induction. Then you also have some brake cooling in here. Obviously, just saying all the suspension works really cool too. So it's really cool to see this car like this because they rarely get taken apart. This thing is just an absolute piece of art, and it's crazy to see it in the state it is right now. Oh, another thing to mention is, yes, these are 501s. And no, I don't care about your comment because they look beautiful. I actually love these wheels. We went for 90s like wire wheels. I think they turned out great. And also it really helps so that we're actually able to drive the cars because you cannot get any tires on the OEM size. And it's one of the craziest cars you can drive on the road. Hopefully we can get this out to more shows and maybe take some of you guys in it. That would be awesome to share this experience. Now I'm gonna kind of walk you through how this car can be part of the collection. So there's a collector that goes by the Instagram handle Redshift. He actually had a CLK GTR coupe, and he was nice enough to let us experience the car. And that was my first experience with a car such as this. A couple months later, we went to Velocity Invitational, and there was a race car there, the original CLK GTR race car, one of the original ones that raced. It's iconic blue livery with all the original parts. And the owner was kind enough to let us experience that car as well. After that experience with that CLK, it kind of drove us to kind of start looking for these. So when this car came up for auction, I was calling around, checking the history on the car. We decided day of the auction, 2 hours before, that we were going to put an effort to go after the car. And we had our friend Evan from Miller Motor Cars there bidding for us. And the car went up for auction. And it was the most surreal experience of my life because I was on the phone, and when the hammer struck, I couldn't believe it. I was running around the house, and I was like, the enjoyment was out of my mind. I actually called Logan over there, and I said, Logan, what are you doing? He said, I'm at work. I said, get your things. I'm picking you up in 30 minutes. We're driving to Vegas. We drove straight to Vegas, got there about 1 a.m. and we were like, okay, so we're gonna see the car tomorrow morning. I'm super stoked, and like, it was hard to sleep that night, obviously. And in the morning I wake up to a text saying, hey, bad news, car is not in Vegas anymore. So for security reasons, they had to move it out of Vegas, and then they moved it to Scottsdale. So we went home, and just kidding. We hopped on the first flight out of Vegas, straight to Scottsdale, and we went and saw this thing in the auction lot, and it was just a surreal experience. And now obviously we have it here. This car has a really special history, so we're obviously gonna maintain it as it should be maintained, go service to the right places. It's driven with care, but it is driven. So it's really cool to see these pieces of history get out and get driven and shown to the public, because a lot of them are usually stuck away in private collections. This car I don't think will be leaving anytime soon. It's a staple. In my opinion, I like it greater than the F1 or the GT1, mostly because it was the car that defeated both of those two. So just glad we can preserve something like this, keep it running healthy. It gets driven and it gets shown. It's really a blessing to be able to do that for everybody. So thank you guys for watching. The next video should be a fun one. We'll catch you guys soon. We're gonna do a Chiron POV.